Hey everyone, I'm your host, One Deserving.
Ricky T.
We got here our special guest, JP.
What's What's good? What's good?
Right. And before we start off, we would like to send our condolences to the 71 passengers who lost their life in the plane crash.
What's up?
You have any take on that?
It's always a dull moment where people lose their life, and there's somebody's husband, son, brother, father who goes down, and not only the 71 players, but the other people that was involved in the crash. There's equipment managers and all that stuff to where they need to get some shine. Also, I don't understand the soccer players are really the main focal point, which is bringing this worldwide, but lives is lives.
We send our condolences
to all.
Right, all the families. Yeah.
Joe McKnight also was killed in the
former running back for New York Jets. Right, our condolences to him and his family. He was shot. For those who don't know, he was shot after an altercation occurred in Louisiana. And next, we'd like to talk about Karl Anthony Towns, also known as the Cat. Right?
Yes, sir.
Trying to change the mood of this. To lift the spirits. On a better note, on a happier note.
Right.
Karl Anthony Towns scored over 40 points in his first 100 games.
Right.
So, that's a good accomplishment because it took KG, his mentor, 353 games to get to 40 plus games. So, hands up, so I feel like, that's a big accomplishment. Although it wasn't that big because he lost too, right? He lost that game, but still.
No thanks to Ricky Rubio.
Right. We know how
garbage truck, juice player on the team. So didn't contribute nothing.
Right. So my question to you is: you don't think Rubio can have enough time to turn it around so he can win Most Improved Player of the Year?
There's a difference between.
You good.
There's a difference between, for example, let's see, Ray Allen, for example. I know Ray. It's blasphemous.
Respect the Ray.
I respect Ray Allen, but much respect to you, man. There's a difference between somebody that was good. And then they're on a decline.
No!
This dude has been stagnantly trash.
Trash!
Garbage. There's a difference. So if Ricky Rubio was at a point legit or good, at least averaging, 19, 20, and apparently he's good at assists, at least averaging, 9, 8 assists. Different story. Right. You know what? Perfect example? Rondo. Because Rondo, his points isn't that well.
Right.
But when he won a championship with the Celtics, at least his average was at least, I think if I'm correct, like 19 to 18 points. At least he came from a high point. And yes, his points is going down, but at least his core IQ is still good. Stagnant trash. Rubio is... he's an averagely garbage player. So
garbage player.
Like I make it a purpose of slamming his name.
So do you think he can have enough time to turn around so he can win Most Improved Player?
He's been great before. I don't see why not, but it's gonna take some.
What is
it's gonna take some. But man, he got to step up his game. But who would you take? Luke Babbitt? Rubio? I gotta see this.
Too trash.
Oh my God.
Oh no!
I'll take Mike Dunleavy. But here's the difference. I take that back. I'll take Luke Babbitt. The reason why I take Luke Babbitt because he's in a situation to where he's not getting as much minutes.
Right.
So he didn't have the time to prove himself.
Yeah.
And Luke Babbitt's not a starter. So you kind of expect bench quality from a bench.
I get you.
Rubio is a starter, and he's playing like he's been camping on the bench.
Right.
I wish you still had the note you read from the website where they was saying the coach set him on the bench.
Right. Oh yeah, fourth quarter. Set him right. Yeah.
I wish they put a Jordan crying face.
You have to post that up. Y'all see it right down here.
All right, I'm done slandering his name because actually I'm not. He will be slandered in future videos until he gets his game together. Right. If he don't get his game together, I will bring the pain.
And our next topic is, it comes to a surprise that McGregor actually got his license in California.
Boxing.
Right. How surprised are you? How surprised are y'all?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because he won it. He won to take down the big bad wolf.
And who was the big bad wolf?
We already know who the big bad wolf.
No, I want to know who was the big bad wolf.
Mayweather, money.
How is it Money Mayweather? He's retired.
Hey, it don't mean. Hey, he a businessman. And isn't that what he said? He's a businessman. Hey,
I just think
he's too busy beefing with T.I.
He not worried about T.I.
T.I.
Nobody.
T.I. had a broken hand.
They're in different brackets though.
That's what I'm saying.
Like second of all, he's not a big bad. He's more of a big bad, like Scrooge McDuck or something. Remember DuckTales? Remember like he had the vault of cash. That's Mayweather, like swimming his own coins and stuff. That's Mayweather. But Mayweather, yes, he has more experiences in the boxing ring.
Right.
And people need to understand this. And I'm not trying to ride on the gravy train. Look at the past of the ex-boxers. God rest his soul. Mayweather. Not Mayweather. Muhammad Ali. No disrespect to Muhammad Ali. The greatest of all time. But boxing after he was messed him up.
Yeah, right.
Evander Holyfield. Another example. Great champion. Great fighter. But this dude, 1 minute he's talking about boxing, another minute the same conversation will transition to Krispy Kreme donuts. It's the same conversation. Like 3 seconds later, he's talking about the NBA at a boxing match, and then all of a sudden he's talking about how your wife doing. Same conversation.
Right.
Too much hits to the head. And Mayweather sees all this from the past boxers. It's like, you know what? I don't want to end up like that. I want to be able to get out of the game and at least think properly, speak properly, and live a healthy life.
But wouldn't you say that's born to the game? The sport? Born to the sport to watch? Like we want to see pound for pound fighting.
Yeah,
boxing's been boring for a while. But people need to understand this. It's not like and the names I named, they were light heavyweight and heavyweight. They haven't been a real, like, well-known heavyweight fighter for a while.
Yes.
So it's not like you can't, because back in the day, those light feathered heavyweight, the welterweight guys, you hear about them, but they weren't big as Joe. They weren't big as Joe Frazier, George Foreman, Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson. I mean, I'll bite your ear off, Mike Tyson. Bite your ear off. Like they weren't as big as these guys. So the heavyweight was the pound for pound people. The featherweight was the guys that they could go in the ring and do this to each other for 12 rounds. The feathers was a welterweight and on down were the weights that they could do that for 12 rounds straight. They didn't want that had to be scored.
Because there wasn't a lot of hard hits. It's all a defensive, just like Mayweather, defensive and winning by decision
and strategy.
So it's not really pound for pound, and that's what everybody want to see. But he's not gonna go for that. He's there to win. He's not there to
But when you say that's boring,
it is kind of boring. I mean, when we watch the fight, I mean, it is somewhat interesting, but it's boring, bro. I want to see somebody get knocked. I want somebody to get up.
This is why a lot of fans are gravitating towards UFC, because UFC is supplying the knockouts and the pound for pound, and this is why people think McGregor is going to win, because McGregor like he didn't knock out as much people as Mayweather, because Mayweather knocked out 26 people. And yeah, that's a lot. Like that's more than my hand.
For a guy who loves to run in the ring,
I gotta use toes, and that's not like,
right.
That's 20. You're like, I ate 6 more fingers in
Right.
But like, you can count how much people McGregor knocked out in your hand. You know, you can count how much. So at the end of the day, like, MMA is more barbaric than boxing. That's probably why people are now gravitating towards that. And on top of that, you're not gonna find Mayweather in the octagon. You're not. And McGregor, you probably will find him in the boxing ring, but that's Floyd Mayweather's domain. At the end of the day, he's gonna go in with the same game plan. Can McGregor change it? A lot of people looked at the game. A lot of people looked at the scouting report and still got it behind the beat. So
honestly, I don't think so. If which he will, if he stick with that defensive mentality, he's gonna end up winning by decision. But if McGregor give him that one little haymaker, that humdum, which I doubt he is, then it'll be a little bit, because it'll be a little bit of a competition or whatever the case may be. But you already know that boy can parry, boy. He gonna get Mayweather gonna fight parry, boy. I'm just saying, but
right. So that's it for ECTV. I'm your host, Will Deserving.
Ricky T.
We have here our guest, JP himself, with another round with us. So y'all have a good one.
And stay tuned for the Dallas game. Dallas in Minnesota.
Stay tuned.
How about them Dolphins, boy?
How about them Cowboys?
For real.
Them boys are going in, by the way. Them boys are going in. Both the Dolphins and the Cowboys, but definitely the Cowboys.
Right.
Tune in.
Right. So make sure to tweet, Facebook, ECTV.
Again. Don't put too much faith in the Dolphins. Our faith aren't with them, so that's why they're winning.
Right.
As soon as you put an ounce of faith, they make you want to shoot yourself in the foot.
Heartbreakers.
Just
Heartbreakers.
shun them until they get to the playoffs.
Right.
When they get to the playoffs, we go out there with our jerseys.
Right.
We show out.
Right. But when they called us bandwagoners for that,
no man, we
wasn't with them when they was winning.
No. We with them. We had to give them tough love.
Okay.
Same thing with Dallas when they was 2-14.
Right.
They were quiet.
Yeah.
But they still had love for them.
Right.
Now it's the same thing with us. Same thing with us. We got tired of looking back like, man, well, I miss the days with Ricky Williams. I miss the days with Jason Taylor. I miss the days with Dan Marino.
Yeah.
Now we're not doing it no more. Or Mike Wallace. And I know he flicked on us, but now we're kind of doing better. Tannehill, if you don't get to the players, I'm gonna slander your neck. I'm slandering your name.
Tannehill, you have changed.
No, I'm gonna slander you though.
All right, y'all. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of ECTV. I'm your host, Will Deserving,
Ricky T.
and we got JP. Yo.
Because he said it while I.
No, I saw him point, and I'm using my peripherals, and I thought he was pointing at me, and I was like, JP, but my bad. Take 2.
All right. Hey everyone, welcome to another.
Bloopers. And everybody on that plane should be recognized. I wish I had all the names. But I don't.
Right. So we.